Welcome back to another Celebrity Sweets. I'm Ethan, and today, June 16th, is Father's Day here in America. Now, when I think of Father's Day, I think of like all of the outdoor activities that Father's Day is portrayed as, like grilling and camping and other outdoor things. And I'm not the biggest fan of camping. However, like we can go biking or hiking. I just don't see the point of sleeping on the ground when I can sleep in my bed. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a homemade s'more. We're going to be making a homemade graham cracker and a homemade marshmallow. Making homemade chocolate seems like a lot of work. Don't really know how you do that. We're going to start by making the graham cracker, and the ingredients for this recipe are 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1 cup of light brown sugar, 1/3 cup of honey, 7 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of whole milk, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. The first thing we want to do, campers, is... I can't say that. The first thing we want to do is in a large bowl whisk together all of our dry ingredients. This will be your flour, cinnamon, baking soda, and salt. Once you've whisked together all of your dry ingredients, now we can add in our brown sugar and whisk it up. I've set our dry ingredients off to the side, and now in a large liquid measuring cup or a bowl, we're going to add in our butter, honey, and vanilla extract. After you've added in all of your ingredients, now I can pop it into the microwave for 1 minute until everything is fully melted. Just basically the butter. I took the butter and honey mixture out of the microwave and it's completely melted. There's only one more thing we need to do, and that is add in the milk. We're adding in the milk now because we didn't want to scald or burn the milk in the microwave. Simply pour in the milk and mix it up. We have our wet and dry ingredients both separately mixed, and now we can start to combine them in forming this graham cracker cookie. What we're going to do is to create a well in our dry ingredients. Now, campers, you're probably familiar with a well. It's where you get your water from. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I just don't understand you. But I appreciate your love for tense. I don't know. To make this well, just use your hands and push the dry ingredients to the edge of the bowl. Then pour in all of your wet ingredients to that well, and using your hands, mix it up until a dough starts to form. This feels like a very camp-like thing to do. Just use your hands. Like, mix it up. Our dough has come together, and let me tell you, it smells so good. At this point, if you're making this on your campsite, there's gotta be like a million bees around you, because this honey and all this is just amazing. Another reason why camp. Like, you gotta spray yourself with like bug spray, and there's ticks and all that. We're going to take our dough, form it into a disc, and place it in some plastic wrap. And then we're gonna pop it into the fridge for 1 hour to chill. This is just gonna help us roll the dough out later. So while you're waiting for your hour or so, you can sing your favorite camp song. Which I don't know that many camp songs. Our dough has been chilling for about an hour now, and we can begin to roll it out. I took our dough out of the plastic wrap and covered our surface with some more whole wheat flour. I've also got a rolling pin right here, and we're gonna roll it out about 1/2 inch thick. To cut out our cookies, I'm going to be using a big rectangle cookie cutter. This is a 4.5 inch long rectangle cookie cutter. I found this just to be the best thing that worked. I'm gonna cut out as many rectangles as I can and place them onto a cookie sheet lined with some parchment paper. I've cut out a bunch of our graham crackers, and now I want to add on some finishing details, really just to make it look like this guy right over here. This is like a graham cracker you buy from the store. I've got a knife and a fork, and starting with the knife, I'm going to divide it into 4 sections. Just using the flat side and imprinting the dough so we have something that easily snaps. Then, using our fork, we want to poke a bunch of holes in those 4 squares. When you're finished with your graham crackers, now we can pop them into the oven at 350 degrees for 7 to 8 minutes. While our graham crackers are baking, we can start to work on the marshmallows, my favorite part of the s'more. And the ingredients for these marshmallows are 1 cup of light corn syrup, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 2 separate 1/2 cup measurements of cold water, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 packets of unflavored gelatin. The first thing we want to do is to bloom our gelatin, and blooming is just a fancy way of allowing our gelatin to sit and grow in size. Over here I've got a large stand mixer. I'm going to be using this because we're going to be doing a lot of beating. And I'm going to add one of our measurements of cold water and all 3 of our packets to the stand mixer. Our gelatin is blooming in the stand mixer. Now we can take our corn syrup, second measurement of water, and granulated sugar, along with a sauce pot and candy thermometer, over to the stove. On medium-high heat, add in your corn syrup, water, and granulated sugar. Cook the mixture until it reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Then immediately remove from the heat and bring it back to your workstation. On medium-low speed, whip up your gelatin in the stand mixer and slowly add in your hot sugar mixture. Continue to beat this sugar mixture until the sides of the bowl are no longer hot and has doubled in size. About 7 to 9 minutes. When your marshmallows are nice and white and fluffy and glossy, the last thing we want to do is add in our vanilla extract. Now that we've added in our vanilla extract, we can pour them into our pan. I've got a 9 by 9 inch square pan here that I've greased and dusted in powdered sugar. And now we're going to scoop all of these marshmallows into the pan. We've placed our marshmallows in our pan, and now we want to let them sit at room temperature for up to 8 hours. So you can go back to singing your camp songs. Like 99 bottles of pop on the wall. Our marshmallows have been sitting out at room temperature for over 8 hours. I just left them overnight. So this is another component of the s'more that you can make ahead and then bring camping. What we want to do is take our same rectangle cookie cutter and cut out a bunch of marshmallows. Look at that. It's like a perfectly square. It's like a rectangle. Gosh. We've got our marshmallows over here that we've just cut out. Our graham crackers, I just kept them on their pan. However, I did break them in half. One side is face down and one side is face up. And of course, what is a s'more without some chocolate? So we've got some chocolate. Now, are you a chocolate on the bottom or chocolate on the top? I feel like chocolate just belongs on the bottom. To assemble these s'mores, start by taking your graham cracker that is face down and add a little bit of chocolate. Ooh, look at that. It's like I planned this or something. Then place your marshmallow on top and finish it off by placing your final graham cracker on top. We've prepared our s'mores and you can pop these into the oven at 270 degrees for about 3 to 4 minutes. However, I've got a tool here that you campers and fire starters might know. This is just a lighter. And I'm just going to go around these marshmallows and caramelize the outside. I just like a crisp marshmallow. However, if you're the person that likes it really dark, you can just hold it there for longer. But I'm just looking for a nice golden touch on the marshmallow and the chocolate to start melting. We've caramelized the outside of our marshmallows and melted our chocolate. And now I've never seen anyone write or pipe anything onto a s'more, but I'm gonna do that. I just thought this would maybe fit the theme of Father's Day a little more if I piped on like a design or some words. And this is where you can get creative. You can maybe involve your kids to write a message, or if you're making this for your father, you can write his name, whatever you'd like. To do this, I've melted down some milk chocolate and placed it into a piping bag, and now I'm just going to get creative and pipe a bunch of different things onto our s'mores. And here we have them, our Father's Day s'mores that we made today. This is an indoor s'more recipe, so no fire is required, except maybe the lighter. Or we made a homemade graham cracker, which I can guarantee is tastier than the kind you find in the box. It's a nice chewy cookie. Then we also made a homemade marshmallow, which you can do so much with a homemade marshmallow, and you can cut them and shape them, flavor them, and dye them. Again, you can totally customize these s'mores. I topped mine with a few sayings for Father's Day, like a #1 dad, and I did a little suit and tie. However, if you make these and decorate them, or if you just make this recipe, please share it with me on Instagram or Twitter. Also, if you have any other requests for another celebrity sweets, please leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with someone who is a dad who's looking for a last-minute Father's Day treat, or who just likes camping, because this recipe can be made ahead of time. You can save the marshmallows, you can save the crackers, and I mean, the chocolate is up to you if you want to save it. Because I can't save chocolate. It's so yummy. Until next time, save your life and make it sweet. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And while you're at it, subscribe. You can do that by clicking this cute little donut right here. If you're looking for s'more content, up here is my latest video, and down here is what YouTube thinks you should watch. That's all for today. I will see you guys in the next video.